Hi, everybody. It's me, CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. Across the Red River is beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. And I'm just kind of looking through some of the work that I've been doing. Oh no, my my laptop is very antiquated. Well, not really. It's about 3 years old. Um, but this is the work I've been working on. The work I've been working on. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. The intro to this thing is obviously I'm gonna have to go through and shorten that. It's like a short story, just the introduction and the dedication, just the blah blah blah. It's really detracts away from. It's kind of like when you go on stage and you're gonna play a part or sing a song and you spend like 20 minutes explaining the meaning of a 3 minute song. It's stupid. But so it's just, you know, some stuff that I'm working on. I'm gonna have to go through and there's obviously a do-it-yourself kind of book with fonts and everything like that. This is just kind of like a working thing. I've really got it. Yeah, it's not. I've really got to have to get in here and spend a lot of time, especially uh, correcting the syntax. I don't want to take away from the fact that basically what I do is I write from a stream of consciousness. It's the same way that I talk when I'm making videos. It's like I just kind of you know, uh, just kind of open my mouth and say whatever pops into my head, and I write in that same way. And then sometimes I'll go back and I'll format what I've written. And right now I'm attempting to do that so it can fit on the page and look less cluttery. And I need more pictures and I need more artwork and I need, uh, this is just a working first draft. But what I have discovered is that Amazon has a tool that they like you to submit to if you're going to submit to their Kindle, and everything. And so basically, this is fine for an example, but I'm gonna have to reformat this entire work, all of it, including new stuff that I want to put in here. Ignorance. What the? Yeah, right here. This kind of stuff. Like ego. And then it's like, do I even know what I'm doing? I don't know. Nope. Anyway, so I need to go through and I need to ignorance must know how to spell, and all this kind of all these little things, But yeah, I'm excited though that I was able to save a lot of the work that I'd done because that was not so hot. But anyway, uh, I'm gonna have to get a tool. The Download the app and work with uh, I forget the name of it, but I'm gonna end up copying and pasting a lot, whatever I can. But I really, what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna look at this format, open in one window, and I'm probably gonna have the Kindle app, whatever I get, worked opened in the other window, and that's the benefit of being able to open two windows side by side and toggle back and forth or something like that or whatever. I don't know. Um, really, um, just learning how to do this. It's not really something that I ever paid attention to before, um, because well, it was anytime I ever worked on a computer, it was data entry and everything was to put into systems, and it was going to stay there. I really didn't have to format anything uh, for visual aesthetics uh, to go into a printed format. Uh, anytime I ever did something like that, it was always in short pamphlets. And uh, really, when I was a teenager and a young adult, and I did things like that, we just kind of like typed everything out, uh, printed it, and sometimes, uh, sometimes head to head, to front and back or something like that for a small pamphlet or whatever. Um, when I was 17 and went to my first trade school, the first class I enrolled in um, was a graphic arts course at our local technical college. VOTech is what we called it back then. Um, but um, yeah, my instructor called me in his office shortly after I'd been there like maybe a month. And my instructor, or maybe give or take, I don't know, but my instructor called me in the office and said, son, your heart's not in this. And he was right. He was right. My heart was not in it because I didn't know anything. My heart wasn't in anything except for, what I wanted to do was I wanted to do something creative. And but yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't working. And this was you know back when back when everything was photograph on film and taken into a dark room and developed. It wasn't there was nothing was digital. It was all analog. And computer aided graphic artistry was just beginning to come into play. Uh, you know, uh, 1990, 1989, 1990. That's how far back we're talking. So, you know, uh, anything that I think I wouldn't have known about graphic arts from that maybe that 1 month that I went, uh, basically is useless. But so it's really fun that things are coming full circle because the things that I should have learned that it would have helped me out when I was ready to do this um, really would have served me. Uh, and the only thing, yeah, no, it doesn't. None of that helps. So it's me having to learn all this, and it's very frustrating. I'm doing a lot of research, but I don't know. I just wish there were like some sort of class or something locally that I could take that would teach me how to use, self-publishing kind of stuff without breaking the bank. I don't want to go spend like $6,000 on a week's class or something like that. But I'm gonna have to think of something. Okay. Um, well, those are my thoughts on this book, but it's still gonna happen. It's just that it's been it's been more difficult than I realized learning the process. Um, but that's okay. I'm gonna figure it out. Love and light. Um, and I have to do it myself. I just don't have the money to pay people to do this kind of stuff for me. Back in the day, you would like if you had money, you would write your book, and then you would pay someone to maybe proofread and possibly ghostwrite for you, and then uh, submit it to a lot of publications and probably get mostly rejections. Um, except for the occasional submission to a newsletter or local magazine or something like that. That just didn't Most people don't make a living as a writer anyway, so I didn't really worry about that. But I don't know. I'm getting frustrated, but I'm not going to give up. Love and light. Peace. Ciao, Bella.